The American people in Congress are both split about what course of action we should take in the former Yugoslavia. A Newsweek poll finds 49% think the fighting in Bosnia is not a U.S. problem. A Time CNN poll finds 52% agrees with the earlier poll, saying that the U.S. has done enough to try and stop the fighting. What are America's vital interests in Bosnia anyway? Is this a moral question? Do we have a moral obligation to stop the bloodshed, our self-interest aside? What are the risks, both military and political, in using U.S. armed forces? We'll ask our guest, Representative Robert Torricelli, Democrat of New Jersey and member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, former Congressman Joseph DioGuardi, president of the Albanian American Civic League, who returned from the former Yugoslavia just last night, and in Washington, Senator John McCain, Republican of Arizona, member of the Senate Armed Services Committee. Senator McCain will join us later, and we'll take your phone calls with your questions. Question for you, Robert Torricelli. Are you optimistic about this peace plan?
No, I'm not, John. It'd be my guess that the Serbian ambition is not going to be thwarted by this peace plan. I suspect they're looking for time, and at some point the fighting will start again.
What do you think, former Representative Joseph DioGuardi? Now, you, if I'm correct, you unseated Bella Abzug, did you not?
Back in 1886.
So yes. You must be a very skilled debater.
Well, let's say I have perseverance.
Representative Torricelli doesn't approve of the decision made by President Clinton to use the armed forces of the United States and to lift the embargo inhibiting Bosnia from fighting its own battle against the cruel Serbian aggression. How do you feel about this?
The only thing that will work with the Serbs is resolve. They started in 1989 in Kosova. 2 million Albanians.
Kosovo is a republic?
Well, it's a declared republic by the people in Kosova, but not recognized.
Technically a province about the size of what?
Well, about the size of Connecticut, let's say.
Okay, neighboring to Serbia.
Right now, the Serbs consider it part of Serbia.
They consider it?
But it used to have an equal vote with Serbia under the old former Yugoslavia. Very complicated.
2 million people in Kosovo, and 90% are Albanians.
No police, Albanian, no judges. The schools have been closed. Everybody fired from their jobs. The ethnic cleansing started there in 1989, and the failed foreign policy you see today started with President Bush, Eagleberger, Baker. Baker had the nerve to certify that the Serbs were in compliance with human rights conventions, and allowed the bill that was going to deny aid to Yugoslavia, the Nichols-D'Amato Amendment, to fail.
Right.
This is what set the stage for what's going on in Bosnia.
Let's tie this back to what's going on in Bosnia and in Serbia. Your feeling is that if the Serbs prevail in Bosnia and these hostilities continue, then the Serbs will do the same thing. They will cleanse Kosovo of the Albanians. Is that correct?
They are already doing it. The ethnic cleansing has started. 500,000 Albanians have already been forced. There are no jobs, no work. They've been put into Western Europe.
Joe, how do you explain this? 90% of the 2 million people, so that's got to be 1.8 million people, are Albanians. The remainder, the tiny percentage remaining, the 10%, are Serbs, correct?
Right, but who has the weapons? 60,000 troops are right now around Kosovo the way they're around Sarajevo. I saw the artillery. They wouldn't let me in. I was at the border. The point is, these people have a gun to their head. And the point is, this is the way the Serbs have been acting since 1989, and they've been getting away with it.
So let them buy weapons so they can defend themselves.